This is the Dodgers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Los Angeles Dodgers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, I made it. Hello and welcome to the Locked On Dodgers POSTCAST on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel, the place to hang out when every game is done. This was a good one. A nice win for the Dodgers. Yamamoto doing his thing and finally got some run support. That was nice to see. I'm Pete Fox, covering sports in LA dating back to 2007 for ESPN LA and NBC Sports Radio. The game got started with a loud crack of the bat from Shohei Ohtani, a blast, 378 feet. I thought it went way farther than that, but it was his 19th home run, back-to-back games. He opens the game with a shot, and he, of course, now leads the majors in the home run department with 19 after that one. First pitch swing in there, and left the yard, quick, fast, in a hurry, four-seamer, his fifth leadoff home run this season for the Dodgers. Williams, a guy that doesn't have the greatest numbers, but they're especially bad in the first couple of innings. He has an ERA over 5, but over his last 3 starts, Gavin Williams, a starter for the Guardians, his ERA has been sub 2, like 1.69 around there. So the Dodgers got to him right away and grabbed that lead, and it was never relinquished. So a complete, comfortable, nice win. Yamamoto doing his thing, and you know it's kind of unfortunate to a certain extent that he gave up 2 runs on 3 hits, because for the longest period of time he had allowed just one hit, I think into the 5th inning or something. So it felt like he pitched much better than the line would indicate. But hey, a win is a win is a win. He's now 6-3, went 3 runs. 3 hits, 2 runs, 7 Ks. What was interesting about his performance was last time out, relying on the fastball, and today was not. Last time out, relying on the curveball. And that was surprising in and of itself. And today kind of went back to what Yamamoto is a little bit more comfortable with, the splitter and the fastball and so forth. And, just looked unhittable at times. Obviously he wasn't, but without a doubt, took care of business getting 6. And that's just what the Dodgers needed.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Well, Yamamoto has earned that award today with his 7 Ks, 6 strong innings. Freddie Freeman and Shohei Ohtani with honorable mention. Freeman with a pair of hits, 2 for 4, average to 361, and Yamamoto on base 3 times. Yamamoto on base. Shohei Ohtani on base 3 times. After the leadoff homer, he walked twice. So that's a good day for him. For the top 4, Mookie Betts a hit, 1 for 5, and Teoscar Hernandez a hit. All 4 of the top 4 with RBI. And I think that's a situation that more often than not is going to work out favorably for the Dodgers.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Right after the first pitch, as Joe Davis put it, first pitch, 6:02, Dodgers lead, 6:02 and some change. It was like wham. All right, Shohei Ohtani wasted no time, and that ball was launched. I went and, of course, he struck out the next time up, flailing and spinning and out of control and so forth. They referenced a stat that Shohei Ohtani oral did in a vague-ish way, saying that Shohei has a high whiff rate, and that, believe it or not, is a stat. Swing and miss, they have other names for it, but it's technically called the whiff rate. I, of course, could not find that specific stat, the whiff. I looked for 20 minutes. So I don't know where you find whiff rate. Google doesn't know. ChatGPT doesn't know. Nobody knows where. I'm sure Jeff from Locked On Dodgers could give me a whiff rate in like 30 seconds. But I did look up Shohei Ohtani's strikeout rate. He strikes out 3.5 times every 3.5 at bats, rather, which is 28%, which is higher than the league average, which is around 22%. And I'm starting to kind of just say that's Ohtani's game. Oral made a comment that players would rather swing and miss than hit it wrong or something to that effect, meaning not solid, like off the end of the bat or in on the hands, or they would rather miss and have an opportunity again to get a base hit or a home run, or at least hit the ball hard. Last night, somebody commented right at the end of the show that he was tired of hearing me say that the Dodgers hit the ball hard. Well, whoever that was, sorry, but I'm going to keep saying that because that's a thing, right? It's not bad to hit the ball hard. It is closer to getting a base hit. And a lot of times it's just bad luck in baseball. It happens all the time, right? You have to be able to hit them where they ain't, like they say. But the fact is that hitting the ball hard is a step in the direction of getting a base hit. And not always, but sometimes you hit it off the fist and it's a base hit. The CNI ground ball or the Texas Leaguer or whatever, the ground ball with eyes. So that's definitely a function of baseball. But Shohei Ohtani is a guy that, as I've said over and over again, is going to turn things around very quickly if he's not going well. And at the end of the day, the numbers are going to be there, whether he looks bad for a day or a couple of days or a series or not. He is going to turn it around. He's going to produce the numbers that are worthy of being in the conversation for an MVP. You guys can say all you want how bad he looks. I say it all the time, but at the same time, we have to prop up the other side of the argument by saying he is, that's the game he plays. Right? He is going to swing from his shoelaces most of the time and strike out 28% of the time, but also launch home runs and lead the league in home runs. He has a fantastic OPS. It's a little bit down on what we expect from him, but it's still over 1,000. And the numbers are going to be there. I feel like we all have to, and maybe some of you that, like, for example, our friend, who is it? Nando, who thinks I am an Ohtani hater. Some of you already are in love with Ohtani and he can do no wrong. And I kind of feel that way to a certain extent. I'm not in love with him, but I am a fan and enjoy watching him, and definitely has made me go, holy cow, more than once. But his game is just a little different. I think we kind of maybe got to get our minds around the fact that, yeah, there are going to be times when he's flailing, off balance. And the slider is just a problem for him. He can't hit that slider very well. So, the strikeouts being a little bit above the league average, not terrible. You'd like it to be a little better, but it is what it is, right? It's like you take the good with the bad at the end of the day. So I thought I would share that stat. Again, striking out every 3.5 times up. I don't know that that's terrible. You look at this guy, Quan, for the Guardians. I still, it's still in my head. I still want to say Indians every single time I talk about this team. I can't get past it. This Quan guy hardly ever strikes out, never struck out 3 times in his entire career. 2 times today, did not strike out a third. That's pretty crazy though. 460 plus at bats, and he's never struck out 3 times in a game. That's amazing. But today struck out twice and, had an RBI somehow. Probably a sac fly, but yeah. So it's striking out as part of the game, and I feel like it's just the thing that comes with guys like Shohei Ohtani that hit the ball a long way. And look, let's be honest. Shohei is a good enough hitter that if he wanted to say, "Hey, I'm not going to hit as many home runs. I'm just going to put the ball in play," he could, right? Just like Freddie Freeman could be more of a home run hitter if he wanted. They talked about that a little today, and it's true. And that's what's great about Freddie. Freddie can do both and does do both, right? Sometimes he lets it loose, and sometimes he's like, I'm just going to put it in play, knock it the other way. Like a nice piece of hitting today from Mookie with an RBI single, and then Freddie right on his heels. That was the 5th inning. Knocked in a run there, RBI single from Mookie, and then it was followed up by Freddie on a first pitch 4-seamer. He ripped it to left, and the Dodgers got a couple of insurance runs there in the 5th. They added 2 more in the 6th. In the 5th inning, a Teo RBI single to left. Then Max Muncy had a gritty 9-pitch at bat, working a sac fly to make it 4-1. So, everyone contributing today, and that was really, really nice to see. It never felt like this one was out of hand or going to be a nail biter right down to the end.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Dodgers with a comfortable win, I think, is what the takeaway from this game is. And Yamamoto doing his thing, dominating the Cleveland Guardians. 6 innings, 2 runs on 3 hits, but struck out 7. Went away from the curveball a little bit. Fastball, splitter, changeup. Slider was working for him today. He had it all working. And I feel like when Yamamoto is on the mound, the Dodgers are in a good position, and the chances of them winning are better than not. So today, a 7-2 victory to get back on the right side of things. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out Jeff and Vince with the Locked On Daily Dodgers podcast Monday through Friday. Today's episode of the Locked On Dodgers postcast is brought to you by FanDuel. NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Was it yesterday? Maybe the day before, Saturday, the Thunder got pummeled by the Timberwolves 140-101 or something. It was like a 40-plus point victory, and a former colleague of mine at ESPN, Arash Markazi, penned a little story column that said no team that has lost a playoff game by 40 or more has ever gone on to win the title. And he then went on to say that stat is going to change. And I've been on the Oklahoma City Thunder to win this thing long before the playoffs started. Sadly, I did not venture over to FanDuel and back up my belief with any wagers, but hopefully some of you did. And you know that FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before the tip-off and during the game with live betting, player props, performance trends, same-game parlays. Fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. New to FanDuel, it's a perfect time to sign up. Head to FanDuel.com and place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Dodgers, a 7-2 win tonight. Vesia came in, got out of a jam, getting Kwan to ground out on 11 pitches. That was a gritty at bat, as was the 11 pitch at bat for Tanner Scott, getting Lane Thomas in the 9th. And that was a scary at bat because he kept hanging with that slider and he kept hanging it over the plate. And I was like, can you throw another pitch, please? Bury one in the dirt or something. I mean, the count was full. Tanner Scott Lane Thomas kept fouling off the ball. And I'm like, this is not going to end well. But he rode the slider right down Main Street and got him. So I was just totally surprised by that. But hopefully it gets Tanner Scott back on the right side of things in a little bit more confident position, as he has not been pitching that well of late. Gave up just 1 hit with 1 K. Vesia the same, 1 hit, 1 walk, no Ks rather. And Garcia came in, no save because it was a 5-run deficit, but gave up 1 hit on the 9th. 10 pitches for Garcia, so a nice outing from him. They knocked Gavin Williams out of the game early. 4 2/3. He had given up 4 runs on 4 hits. And I mentioned this yesterday, and I was glad to see it came to fruition. He walked a ton, 6 walks. Big part of his undoing today in the loss. He's now 4-3. Elsewhere, Will Smith went deep. That was nice to see. 409 feet, his 5th home run of the season. And Andy Pages, a RBI single to left field. Also a nice part of this win today where just about everybody got on base. Michael Conforto with a pair of walks. Kim, did he get on base? I feel like I saw Kim out there, but his stat line does not indicate that he got a hit or a walk. So I'm not sure how he got on base. But Teo with a hit and an RBI. Will Smith, 2 hits and 2 runs scored. Max Muncy, 0 had an RBI on the sac fly. Pajes 1 for 3. So a good outing, a good performance all in all. And we come away with a win on Memorial Day. So we can start our shortened week on the right foot and feel good about the way things are going for the Dodgers today, right? 33-21, while the Guardians fall to 29-24. Again, 7-2 the final. Another 3-10 start if you're on the West Coast. Dustin May versus Tanner Bibby. So May comes in with a 2-4 record and a 4.09 ERA. Well, these two pitchers have very similar lines. The whip for Dustin May, 1.24, 18 walks. He surrendered 6 home runs and struck out 49. Bibby, 4-4, 3.57 ERA, 1.21 whip. He's walked 18 just like May. He surrendered 11 home runs and struck out 43. So it's going to be a pretty even matchup on the hill. Michael K reminds us all that Kim got on with a fielder's choice. Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate that. I did not take a note of that. Matty Man says, Bibby is tough. Well, so are we, Matty Man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the comments. Enjoy the rest of your Memorial Day. I'm off to take my wife to a fancy dinner at a, I don't know, Denny's. There's a Denny's, brand new Denny's right down the road from our house, and we go there a lot. Food's good. You can't take her to Denny's for her birthday, right? That's wrong. No, can't do that. Bad. Gotta step it up a notch or two for the birthday. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'm Pete Fox. It's the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. We'll talk tomorrow after the game. Enjoy the rest of your night.